I don't know who need to hear this. This is a vlog that I'm going to talk about um, how difficult it is to deal with everything that is going on right now um, with the U.S. politics, but also the world politics. Because like everybody said, like, oh, you're so lucky you're not in the U.S. Right now, but I feel like everywhere in this world we're going through some sort of movement, and I cannot tell if it's the fascism, or it's gonna flip and then it's gonna become the opposite of the fascism. But I've been having difficult mental days where, because I don't know how to explain it. I guess let's start from the beginning. So I grew up in Indonesia, and I went through the 1998 riot in Jakarta, where there was protest against the government, and then the government shot the college students, and then it became this riot of ethnic cleansing against Chinese Indonesian, that's me, and it was really scary. They burned Chinese businesses, Chinese houses, grape, meaning RAPE, the Chinese women, and at that time I was about ready to graduate high school, and my family consisted of me, my mom, my two young sisters at that time. My dad was not home at that time, and he couldn't come home because of the situation. So it pretty much just me trying to protect my family as much as possible. I remember that like I laid out all the knives on the counter, and I remember like I grabbed my dad's golf sticks. I don't even know what they call those anymore. My brain is not working. Yeah, and we had a driver at that time. And he's like a native Indonesian, and he was really nice, and he stayed with us during that time. He came home to his family and then he came back. It was such a nice gesture of him. Like, I felt safer. But that was like a crazy week, right? And it's traumatized me. From then till now, and I think forever of my life. But the thing is that I learned so much from going through that most of governments in this world, they're not operating based for the good interests of the people. It doesn't matter, in my opinion, it can be conservative, it could be liberal government. They are not operating in the sense of they will do what's best for the people, and they work for the people. And so with that in mind, I grew up to become a person who think for myself, and I look at the world and I look at the situation in the US as things that I valued dearly, meaning like if there is a black person got shot, for example, George Floyd got shot, and he died, he got murdered by the cops. I almost say the other words. And that really an important cause for me. And so growing up in the US, people say like, oh, you are very left. Oh, you're such a leftist. And that's true. I am a leftist, I'm an anti-fascist. I don't support government that won't protect their people. And I'm not only talking of like white people. I'm talking about like your people, all colors, all genders, all religions. You know, if you cannot protect them and you cannot work for them, you cannot serve for them, then you know I don't have any respect for you. And so growing up in Portland, um, people will be like, yeah, of course you're a leftist, you're from Portland. But the thing that people don't know is that um, growing up in Portland as an adult, it's very difficult place to be. And I feel that being an anti-fascist person, I found my community. And that's the thing that people don't understand about Antifa. They think like, oh, just a bunch of leftists do fucking crazy shit, just destroying properties. We don't just do that. You know, we help communities. And that's the thing that people don't understand a lot of time, that I think because the media doesn't portray that. You know, we do a lot of community work. We help the unhoused people in Portland. You know, we help them, you know, to fix their shelters, provide them shelters. And you know, not everybody, and you know, we are not only for people that like able-bodied, but also like, you know, there are quite a bit of our members in the community are disabled people. And we are able to work together to help the community, you know, with the Food Not Bombs, which is the soup kitchens, the weekly soup kitchens. And you know, when there causes that politically for the city or state that we think is a good cause, we will help with that. And so being an anti-fascist is not a bad thing. And this is the problem that we're facing, because the narrative that they portray on the media, that they portray to people that are not politically involved, they want to make it that, you know, we are the bad people, we are the terrorists. And that's very difficult for me to digest lately, because, you know, yeah, I'm not in the US right now, but I would like to go back to the US someday. I would like to actually maybe, you know, build a community again when things get better, or like when I feel like it's time to go back. But like with what's going on right now, with the government is going to label Antifa as a terrorist organization, that like more and more I feel I cannot do that. And more I feel that I need to find solution on how to not go back, if you know it makes sense. But it's also very difficult for me because I do want to go back. I miss my family, I have friends there, you know, and I have community. And I do want to help the community in the US, you know, to fight against fascism. So it's very difficult position to be in. But I do want to say a few things about, because I see this all the time online right now. What can we do to help that actually will make the change, and will beat the authoritarianism and fascism government? This is what you can do. Number one, get involved in your community. Even if you don't know a community, an anti-fascist community, you can build your own. Grab your neighbor, you know, say hi to your neighbor, start talking with them, and then, you know, you can start helping the unhoused people that need help. They always need help because no one is helping them, you know. And then you can help the senior citizens. Again, they always need help, because no one helping them. And even like a simple things like, you know, checking on your elderly neighbors, elderly family members, elderly friends. That's, you know, that's part of the community building. And then you can start volunteering at the soup kitchens, volunteering at the food banks, because those things that we do, even though it's small, it contributes to the community. It contributes to move the community forward, because when the food bank, the soup kitchens are overwhelmed, then it's got stuck. But with you helping them, it will move things forward. What else you can do? You can volunteering for registering to vote. Like, yes, we only have Democrats or Republicans, and of course, the one that is lesser of the two evils are the Democrats. But then again, maybe it's time for another third party that will make changes. So you can also volunteer for that, and help register the vote, help canvassing, for the candidates, and help clean up your city, help others to not feel isolated. And that's the important thing, especially the younger generations, because the more isolated you feel, the easier for them to divide us, because then you will just consume a lot of content. That's why CK, who passed away last week, is so popular, because his audience are a lot of disconnected people from the society. It's like they don't have a real community. So that's why it's very important for us to actually not be isolated and actually build community. Make like a coffee chat or whatever, post it on Meetup, post it on Facebook groups, post it on Nextdoor if you're in the US. Just make sure that you are involved together, because if not, that's when the fascists can take us away, is when we are so isolated and feel alone, and we feel like everything is so unfair, and that's when we are defeated. So yeah, I know this vlog is not as fun, or like it's not a drama vlog, but I just thought I want to share this, and I hope it helps. If you have any questions on how to get involved in your city, in your community, involved in the organization, what can you do, how to get involved, spreading awareness online, you can always message me, because I've been doing that for a long time. So but yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone taking care of your mental health and physical health. Drink some water, watch something funny, sing fun songs, and still do some dance moves, because it is really hard. And I don't think it's gonna get better. I think it's gonna get harder. So just be gentle for yourself, take care of yourself, and I see you guys next time.